Hey guys, in this video we're going to go over how you guys can get the new exotic armor in the Witch Queen. The Witch Queen is going to offer 2 new exotic armor pieces for each class, and there's actually many ways on how to get exotic armor now in this new DLC, and we'll be going over just that, as well as the perks of each exotic armor piece for each class, so stay tuned for that. If you do find this video informative in any way, then please subscribe. I'm trying to hit 10k. But other than that, let's get right into it. Like we saw with Beyond Light, new exotic armor pieces are now awarded from Legend and Master Lost Sectors that rotate daily across the solar system on Lost Sectors. Now, we don't know if the Throne World on day 1 will have it, and we don't know what type of exotic we will see day 1 if you wanted to grind these new exotic armor pieces. However, each class does have a different type of exotic in a different spot, so it's going to be kind of a bit of a, different time for everybody to grind at some of these exotics. So, yeah, big cool stuff about that. That's morally the general stuff that you know of exotics. However, in the Witch Queen, there's also another way to get exotic armor. As been read in the This Week at Bungie, we have seen that completing the legendary campaign of the Witch Queen on a harder difficulty will grant you a lot of course gear 20 above the soft cap, 1520 power level gear, which is really cool, but also a new Witch Queen exotic armor piece that's typically reserved for the Lost Sectors. So this is really great if you're going in there and if you want to have a challenge and you want to get all this amazing loot and complete the campaign because you feel like it's, awesome, because hopefully it is, then you'll be able to just jump right yourself in there, and then as soon as you're done, you will receive one of the 2 new exotic armor pieces. Now, I don't know if there's you can do it what type of exotic you'll get from it, because of course there's one stasis and one non-stasis exotic armor piece for each class, and it's not clear which one it will give you the better chance of. I guess it's a 50-50 chance, but it is shown that it will grant you a new exotic at least, and then I guess if you were going to do it a second time, it will grant you that other piece. But yeah, definitely cool ways to get the new exotic armor this time around, because if you want to get that huge challenge, go do the legendary campaign, and if you just want to do the Master and Legend Lost Sectors like last year, you can still do that. But let's get into talking about these new exotic armor pieces, because I know a lot of you guys are very interested in these new exotic armor pieces. I think I am, because I think it looks dope. So let's start off with the Titan. So the Titan is going to get a solar helmet that will basically ensure that some spot is created in your location to give you that one last fighting chance with that quick grenade and melee ability recharge and longer supers. So basically, it helps allow for some spots to heal players when they have Sun Warrior. Now, the Stasis exotic is basically going to allow to place a Titan barricade to become an imperative wall of stasis crystals. So it's going to have the same benefits as a normal barricade, but it's a stasis rally barricade, which is really cool, and it has a nice little cheat spot in the middle where you can just shoot whatever you're shooting at. So it's definitely a really cool one. Now let's get into the Warlocks. So the Warlock is getting these devouring sick ass legs that I just feel like it's just crazy to me. But basically, these shining awesome sticks of power, quote unquote, will grant the player Devour when they have their empowering rift, allowing for damage from both allies, individual players, the ability to disrupt foes. So it's definitely cool to see this, and it's going to be cool to see that in PvE content. Now, the last other Warlock exotic we have is basically going to allow Warlocks for Cold Snap grenades to have an additional charge that will recharge faster when it makes direct impact and increase seeking. So it's definitely going to be really cool to see how those play out. I haven't really seen a lot of Cold Snap grenades in the Crucible, but it's definitely going to be intriguing to see how these play out for Warlocks especially. Now for the Hunter, we're getting a exotic helmet that basically allows the player to redirect with their arc staff to do an increased amount of damage and orbs of power generation for all allies. So it's cool. However, in another way, I've seen a little bit backlash on this, that it's only going to be used for arc staff, and it would be cool if it was going to be used for something else as well. But who knows how strong this will be, and hopefully if it isn't the best, then they'll buff it or something. And we don't know until we see it. Now, the last exotic we got is these Hunter Stasis Gauntlets that will basically give the Guardian much larger radius for dust field grenades, while also nerfing incoming damage for allies within the dust field's range. So it will be really cool to see out how all these exotics play out. But yeah, that was just a little breakdown on all these exotics, and hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.